ये ड्रोन जा रहा है, आप लोग देखिए। ये भागो, पीछे तो पीछे। बहुत तगड़ा ही धमाका हुआ है यहाँ बहरीन में। देख लीजिए, ये देखिए, पूरी बिल्डिंग में आग लग गई है, पूरी बिल्डिंग में। अल्लाह,
Hello, I'm a retired general. Welcome to my channel. I'm here because what you see on the news tells you what is happening. I'm going to tell you what it means, as someone who has read intelligence assessments and been inside decision-making rooms. One more thing before we begin. This channel uses its revenue to fund student scholarships. If you subscribe, like, and comment, you are directly supporting that mission. Please hit subscribe now and turn on notifications. Now let's get into it. Iran's new supreme leader spoke today for the first time since taking power. He was not on camera. There was no video, no photograph, no live address. An Iranian state television anchor sat down, unfolded a piece of paper, and read his words out loud. That is how the most powerful man in a country at war with the United States delivered his first message to the world. Here is what the statement said. Mojtaba Khamenei told the Iranian people and the international community that the Strait of Hormuz must remain closed as, and I am quoting directly here, a tool to pressure the enemy. He stated that all United States military bases in the region should be immediately closed, and that those bases will be attacked if they are not. He called on the Iranian people to unite and to participate in Quds Day, which falls on March 20th, the last Friday of Ramadan, a date that has historically been used to coordinate demonstrations and proxy attacks across the region. And then, in the single most remarkable line of the statement, he told the governments of the Gulf, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Bahrain, Kuwait, countries that Iran has been bombing every day for 12 days, that Iran believes in, quote, friendship with neighbors. Iran's new supreme leader declared friendship with the nations his military is actively attacking. Let that sit for a moment. The paradox, here is the thing I want you to understand before we go any further. Iran's supreme leader just issued his first public statement. He has been in power for 4 days. He has not appeared on camera once. He did not show up to his own succession rally, where supporters stood in a crowd holding up photographs of him because there was nothing else to hold. His statement today was not a speech, not a video, not a recorded audio clip, a piece of paper read by a television anchor. This is the man who just ordered the continued closure of the world's most important oil lane. The man who just threatened every American military base in the Middle East. The man the IEA is citing as the decision-maker behind what it called, today, the largest supply disruption in the history of the global oil market. And he is communicating through a newsreader. According to the New York Times, sourced to 3 senior Iranian officials and 2 Israeli military officials independently. Mojtaba Khamenei was wounded on February 28th, the same day his father, his mother, and his son were killed in the opening strikes of Operation Epic Fury. Leg injuries, a fractured foot. He is sheltering at a secure undisclosed location with limited communication. Iranian state television has begun calling him Janbaz, wounded veteran in Persian. That word was chosen deliberately. They are not acknowledging weakness. They are trying to reframe an injury as sacrifice. Every intelligence agency watching Iran knows exactly what that reframing means. Who is actually running Iran? This is the question that every intelligence agency on Earth is asking right now. And the answer the documents give is not reassuring. Reuters published an investigation on March 10th, citing 5 senior Iranian sources, including a reformist former official and multiple insiders with direct knowledge of the succession process. Here is what those sources said. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps forced through Mojtaba Khamenei's selection as supreme leader. They threatened clerics who opposed it. The announcement, originally planned for Sunday morning, was delayed by hours because of internal resistance. And the sources described the outcome in terms that should alarm anyone watching this war. The reformist former official told Reuters directly. The guards finally have what they sought for years, full control. Read that again. full control. The IRGC closed the Strait of Hormuz. The IRGC is deploying mines in international shipping lanes. The IRGC, according to CNN, is sharing satellite targeting intelligence with Russia to hit American troops. And the IRGC is now, according to 5 senior Iranian sources speaking to Reuters, running Iran. Alex Vatanka, senior fellow at the Middle East Institute in Washington, the most cited analyst on Iranian politics this week, put it plainly in his statement to Reuters. Mojtaba Khamenei owes his position to the Revolutionary Guards. As such, he is not going to be as supreme as his father was. Iran's supreme leader is not supreme. The IRGC is. His father spent 37 years building the authority to tell the IRGC no. That function is now gone. The new supreme leader owes his position to the same organization he would theoretically be checking. Today's statement, Hormuz closed, U.S. bases attacked, Quds Day mobilization, reads exactly like the IRGC's wish list delivered through a figure who cannot refuse it. What intelligence agencies are reading? When a statement like today's lands, analysts are not reading the words the way a journalist does. They are reading what the statement reveals about the command structure behind it. 3 things stand out. First, he is alive and minimally functional. A written statement read by an anchor is the lowest possible bar for demonstrating leadership continuity, but it clears that bar. Second, he cannot appear on camera. If he could, he would. The optics of a hidden leader speaking through a TV anchor are damaging to Iran's deterrence posture. No calculation produces this choice unless there is no alternative. Third, the content is IRGC policy, not Khamenei's strategy. The 3 demands, Hormuz closed, U.S. bases attacked, Quds Day, are exactly what the IRGC wants. There is no diplomatic ambiguity, no back-channel signal, no nuance that could serve as an opening for negotiation. The IRGC drafted this statement. Mojtaba Khamenei signed it. Watch for his first video appearance. Every frame will be analyzed. Who is behind him, how he sits, whether he is in pain. Until that video exists, no government will conclude that Iran has independent functioning leadership. March 20th, the date nobody is flagging. I want to flag the Quds Day reference in today's statement because most coverage is treating it as a footnote. Quds Day falls on March 20th, 8 days from now. It is the last Friday of Ramadan, historically used by Iran and its proxy network to coordinate attacks across the region. Hezbollah, Hamas, and Iranian-backed militias in Iraq, Yemen, and Lebanon all treat this date as a mobilization signal. Mojtaba Khamenei's first act as supreme leader was to call for Quds Day participation. That is not symbolic. That is a coordination order to every proxy Iran controls. 8 days from now, every intelligence agency in the region will be on maximum alert. The IDF is already preparing. More than 100 rockets crossed into northern Israel from Lebanon overnight in less than 1 hour. Hezbollah is escalating, and their patron just told them the date. Write down March 20th. What this means for you. Let me bring this back to the numbers, because today's statement has direct consequences for everything in your daily life that this war is already affecting. The International Energy Agency released a statement today calling this the largest supply disruption in the history of the global oil market. That statement came on the same day Mojtaba Khamenei ordered the Strait of Hormuz to remain closed. The IEA does not use the phrase largest in history lightly. They have been tracking global energy markets for 50 years. They have seen 1979. They are saying this is worse. Oil is trading near $97 a barrel, having spiked to $120 earlier this week. The U.S. has committed to releasing 172 million barrels from its strategic reserve. 32 nations are releasing 400 million barrels combined through the IEA. U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright stated the Navy is not yet ready to escort vessels through the strait. That has not changed today. Your gas bill, your grocery bill, your retirement account. The S&P 500 is down 7.3% since February 28th. All of it is tied to whether that strait reopens. Today's statement made clear that the entity controlling Iran's war has no intention of reopening it. Former Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has stated that economic models show U.S. recession probability exceeding 65% if the closure extends beyond 3 weeks. We are on day 12. The new supreme leader just ordered the closure to